nice to meet you, Vasco. You go by stage name Omiri, right? So
Yes.
maybe you can introduce to yourself a bit. Where do you come from? What do you do? And what is your kind of music?
Okay. Hello, I'm Vasco. I will be in Viljandi with Omiri, my project, my solo project. And basically, what I do is I pick up field recordings, video field recordings. I record all over Portugal, and I manipulate the videos and the sounds and make music with the sounds from the videos. So when I'm editing the sound, I'm editing the video, and in the live concert, I have all the people that I record playing with me. For an example, is I have a old guy playing a bass drum, dum 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 dum, and I edited it, put him play like ta da ta da ta da, and you see the image of him doing the video. Then I have a lady singing, then a shoemaker arranging the shoes, and I'll put all that sounds and images together, and then I play on top of it and record live loops all over it. So it's a multimedia show with lots of energy and representing lots of identity, representing the culture heritage of Portugal.
It sounds amazing. It's like a big art project, actually, with different mediums and genres. And could you share how did you actually come up with this concept of the idea?
It was a build up. It was not an idea one day. I used to work with a filmmaker, a Portuguese filmmaker that is doing lots of field recordings, and we worked together. He was a VJ, and I was playing. And then one day he came up with some field recordings from people in the countryside, and he gave me, and I make an edit with it, and it changed our lives. The way it worked really well. The people on video with the grooves, and then we start doing it over there. And then what's happening? He didn't have time to rehearse with me and to develop the musical part, so we went different paths. But I always know. Nowadays, I use some videos from him. He keeps working in the field recordings, and I found the needs to meet the people in the videos. So I start recording myself because I use the videos on the concerts, but I didn't know the stories behind that person and that song, and I wanted to know everything. So it's more intense and more true, at least for me. I don't know if anyone can see the videos. Tiago is the filmmaker. Records are really well recorded. Mine are not so well recorded, but I have the truth behind it. So it's give me different ways of expressing my music.
Yeah, so you could say it's not only about the music, but also kind of the personalities and people behind it. Yeah. And
Yeah, yeah.
do you have maybe some discoveries? Well, you've been digging into this Portuguese culture and the people, so maybe you have some discoveries from the conversations you had with the people.
Yeah, it's an adventure. You are always finding new people, finding new friends, and I think when you meet the people, record the people, and then you do my magic and reinvent all the stuff, and then present the result to them, and then they see the show with a big projection. It's a feeling, a mix of emotions. It's for me. I'm returning what they gave to me, transformed by my art, and for them, they are really grateful that someone took time to how do you say?
Listen to them and kind of hear
Yes,
their
yes, and
stories and
to
everything.
Yeah, is exactly that, and I feel really grateful for that. So it's some shows here in Portugal when the people are present are really emotional.
And have you maybe, I assume that people come to you and also share their feedback and emotions and impressions of your work. So maybe you have something specific that you remember that kind of stuck with you of what people have told you about your project.
What I feel the most genuine thing I remember now, I record a smithsman with crafting the iron, and then he saw the show, and then he didn't told me anything. He just said to me, "Can I give you a hug?" And his eyes were almost crying. He was that kind of reaction. It's what make me keep doing it.
Oh, that's lovely. And I see behind you there are quite lots of instruments.
Yeah,
Would you mind maybe introducing to some of them? Is there something specific for Portuguese you can show us?
Yes. I have a Portuguese Nicalarpa. No, it's this is Nicalarpa from Sweden. In the last years, I when I started, I tended to wanted to play all the instruments from all the cultures because I was fascinated by all the instruments. But then in the last years, I was diving in the Portuguese culture. But even so, uh, I have a Nicalarpa and I love it played, so I play it even though it's not Portuguese. This is one of the Portuguese steel guitars that you have here. We have 7 of these. 7. The shape are a little different from region to region, and the tunings also. This is from a region in the north of Portugal that's called Braga. So it's viola. Viola means guitar. Viola braguesa. Braguesa from Braga is a 10-string guitar. Sounds like. But I play it sometimes like a rock guitar. I put effects on it, distortion, a lot of stuff. So like or like a rock guitar or like folk guitar. So or and I have different Portuguese ones also. This is cavaquinho. Cavaquinho is like the ancestor of the ukulele.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the grandfather, something like that. It was from here. It went to the Portuguese island, Madeira, and from Madeira it went to Havaí, and then so it's the ancestor. You can play it lots of different ways. Or you can do. You didn't hear anything.
No, but it will be interesting for me to later hear it. But thank you for demonstrating the instruments. And now I would invite you to kind of step into the shoes of a festival visitor. Imagine you're not an artist, but just like a regular visitor. What would be your kind of perfect festival experience? What do you like to do at a festival? What do you like to experience? What is your vibe? I like to hang out with friends, see great concerts, and have a cool atmosphere that you don't. I think Viljandi has a lot of stuff that I like in the festivals. It has
all kinds of genres. So you have some crazy stuff at night, more powerful, and you have more quiet stuff during the afternoon in different venues. You also have the workshops. I think the workshops are a great add-on to any festival, so you can learn more about the artists and the cultures and have that family vibe. I also like the family vibe and the smoke-free festival. Here in Portugal, sometimes it's a bit like everybody smoking and drinking, and you get home smelling like cigars. For my latest experience in Estonia, I really liked the vibe of Viljandi.
And do you have some future plans with your project? Do you see how maybe it will transform, or you'll try something new?
Yes, I'm. There are two things that I'm always doing. That I try not to repeat myself, even though it's difficult. But nowadays I'm trying to explore the instruments. I'm giving a lot of thought and experimentation of ways of playing the instrument not the same way that everybody plays and that I play. Try new techniques, new sounds that I can get from the instruments. And I'm working with acoustic instruments, but I also process them. So the part of the electronics, you have lots of space to do different stuff. And in the music, I'm recording now. I'm doing special shows, and I'm focused in some regions, concrete regions in Portugal, like a city and all the region around that city. And I'm doing recording people from that region, and then prepare a show only with sounds and images from that region. And Portugal, it's a small country, but the culture is very big. We have lots of influences, and we are an old country. So from north to south, there are totally different ways of singing, of playing the instruments, of the traditions are very different. So just focus on a region gives me the identity of that region, and the music will be different than when I play with another region. So it's nowadays I'm doing it, and I have some invitation to start doing what I do outside Portugal, in Spain, in Belgium, in Czech Republic, Czechia. Now it's Czechia, in Czechia. So it's I didn't do anything of that until now, but I think in the future maybe I'll try to mix different cultures.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That would be really interesting how cultures can kind of connect with each other through music and see the differences and similarities. That's really great. And we're looking forward to see you at the Viljandi Folk Music Festival. And I invite you to invite listeners to come to your show and the festival.
Please come. I will be playing Friday and Saturday at evening, late evening. But it will be a great experience, something different, a way of doing music completely different. And it's a very powerful and it's a representative show of Portugal, but in a modern way. So it's a big party. So everybody's invited. Please come, and I hope to see you all there.